Hi developers, welcome to my lesson, and today we are gonna learn about how does the internet work. Having a basic understanding of how the internet works is useful when it comes to developing the web applications. So let's start our coding journey by learning the basics of the internet. The internet is made up of computers that communicate with each other. For two computers to communicate, it needs to be linked physically or wirelessly. So this is a basic network. Let's say we want to communicate with more computers. We would need more cables and plugs, which make this so complex. So we came up with a small computer called a router to abstract the complexity of the cables and plugs. Now, to send a message from computer A to computer B, first we need to send the message to the router, and then the router is going to send it to proper computer. If we want to scale up the numbers of computers we want to link, we can link the router to another router. But when we want to connect our computers with millions of computers, we need to connect our network to ISP. ISPs are companies that have special routers that are linked with other ISP companies around the world. So, with the help of ISP companies, we can connect different computers everywhere around the world. Now, another question is how a router knows which computer we want to communicate with. The internet has some protocols that declare how this connection or communication must be done. When we want to connect to ISP, our router gives an IP address for every device that is connected to the ISP. An IP address is made of a series of 4 numbers separated by dots. So, when we want to communicate with any device in the network, we specify its IP address, and the router is going to send our messages to this address. Although this is fine for computers, it's hard to remember these addresses. To solve this problem, we alias an IP address with a human-readable name called a domain name. For example, when we want to connect to 192.168.1.1, instead of typing these numbers and remembering these numbers, we can simply type instagram.com. Now, let's look at the process of connecting to the YouTube. YouTube is a website that lives on a computer called the server. The server is a computer that is always connected to the internet. So we want to send a request to this server for website files of YouTube, and the server is going to send these files with the small units of packets. In order to send requests and get the packets from the server, we need a web browser like Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, etc. After we open the browser, we just need to give the address of the servers to send the request for files. The IP address of YouTube is 142.250.190.78, but we can just type the domain name youtube.com. We send a GET request to the server to see YouTube's homepage. We can send some requests to check if we can get a response from the server using CMD on Windows. Just type ping and the website you want to send requests for files. So here we send 4 packets of messages and the server sends 4 response back. Websites are created using languages like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. When we send a request for a website, the server sends these files to our web browser, and the outcome of the files is the website we want to see. We are going to learn about these technologies as front-end developers in this channel. So, these were some basic concepts of how the internet works. I just want you to have a basic knowledge of the internet. Of course, it's not all the concepts of the internet. So, this was all I want to cover in this video. I hope some things make sense for you. We are going to continue with HTML tutorials in the next videos. Until we meet other videos, take care of yourself, developers.